Welcome to Top 10 Amazing Facts. Have you ever looked at a world map and wondered why some countries have such ancient or unusual names? What if I told you that many of them used to go by completely different ones? Behind every name change is a story of independence, revolution, or reclaiming identity. Today, we're uncovering 10 countries that changed their names and the fascinating reasons why. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more awesome top 10s. Number 1. Persia to Iran, 1935. For centuries, the West knew this great civilization as Persia, named after the ancient Persian Empire, one of the most powerful in history. Persian art, architecture, and influence reached far beyond its borders. But inside the country, locals had always called their homeland Iran, which means land of the Aryans. In 1935, Reza Shah Pahlavi decided it was time for the rest of the world to do the same. He wanted to project a modern, unified identity, one that reflected the strength and independence of a new era, rather than the romanticized past seen through European eyes. While the official name changed, Persian lives on in culture. Persian rugs, Persian cats, Persian cuisine, all reminders of a glorious legacy that still defines Iran today. Number 2. Siam to Thailand, 1939, and reaffirmed in 1949. Once upon a time, the country we know as Thailand was called Siam, a name familiar to many from the classic movie The King and I. But in 1939, the then Prime Minister renamed it Thailand, meaning Land of the Free. The new name wasn't just symbolic, it was a statement of pride. Thailand was the only Southeast Asian country never colonized by Europeans, and its name became a living testament to that independence. After World War II, the name briefly reverted to Siam, but in 1949 it permanently returned to Thailand. The change reflected the country's identity as a free, proud, and sovereign nation, a reminder to the world that Thai people had never been conquered. Number 3. East Pakistan to Bangladesh, 1971. Few name changes are as powerful as the birth of Bangladesh. When British India was divided in 1947, Pakistan emerged in two halves, West Pakistan and East Pakistan, separated by over 1,000 miles of Indian territory. The two regions shared religion, but almost nothing else. East Pakistan's people spoke Bengali, had a different culture, and were often treated as second-class citizens by the Western government. Years of inequality led to a bloody war in 1971, known as the Bangladesh Liberation War. After immense loss and resilience, the nation declared independence as Bangladesh, meaning Land of Bengal. This was more than a name, it was a rebirth. Bangladesh became a proud, self-determined country that turned tragedy into triumph, now home to over 170 million people and a growing economy. Number 4. Ceylon to Sri Lanka, 1972. For centuries, European powers called this lush, tropical island Ceylon, a name used by the Portuguese, Dutch, and British. But after independence in 1948, the people wanted something that reflected their own heritage. In 1972, they officially renamed the country Sri Lanka, which means resplendent island in Sanskrit. The new name honored the nation's ancient history and Buddhist roots, marking a clean break from its colonial past. Interestingly, Ceylon didn't completely disappear. You can still find it in brand names like Ceylon tea, known worldwide for its rich flavor, a lingering echo of a name the world once knew. Number 5. Upper Volta to Burkina Faso, 1984. Originally named Upper Volta by French colonizers after the Volta River, this West African nation wanted something more meaningful, something their people could truly own. In 1984, visionary leader Thomas Sankara renamed it Burkina Faso, combining two local languages. Burkina, meaning upright, and Faso, meaning fatherland, translating to land of the upright people. Sankara's goal was to erase colonial influence and ignite national pride. He launched literacy programs, promoted women's rights, and banned luxury cars for government officials. The new name embodied his vision of honesty, integrity, and equality. Even decades later, Burkina Faso stands as a living reminder of one man's dream for an independent and proud Africa. Number 6. Burma to Myanmar, 1989. For most of the 20th century, the Southeast Asian nation was known internationally as Burma, after the majority Bamar ethnic group. But in 1989, the country's ruling military junta announced it would now be called Myanmar. The change was meant to sound more inclusive, representing all ethnic groups instead of just one. However, it was deeply controversial because it came from an unelected, oppressive government. Many Western countries refused to recognize the new name at first as a form of protest. Still, organizations like the United Nations accepted it, and today, Myanmar is widely used across the world. Even so, within the country, both Burma and Myanmar are still heard, one word reflecting the past, the other representing the complex political present. Number 7. Zaire to Democratic Republic of Congo, 1997. The Congo River runs through one of Africa's most powerful and resource-rich regions. In 1971, dictator Mobutu Sese Seko renamed the country Zaire, a term derived from a Portuguese version of a local word for the river. Mobutu claimed it was part of an effort to promote authentic African identity and move away from European names. But over time, Zaire became tied to his authoritarian rule, corruption, and dictatorship. When Mobutu was overthrown in 1997, the country reclaimed its historical name, the Democratic Republic of Congo. It was a symbolic act of renewal, an effort to reconnect with its roots and move forward from decades of oppression. Today, the Democratic Republic of Congo remains one of the most naturally rich nations on Earth, home to rainforests, minerals, and extraordinary biodiversity. Number 8. Swaziland to Eswatini, 2018. In 2018, during the country's 50th anniversary of independence, King Mswati III made a surprising announcement. Swaziland would now be known as Eswatini, meaning Land of the Swazis in the local Siswati language. The change was not just ceremonial. It reflected a desire to reclaim identity and to stop confusion. Many foreigners mixed up Swaziland with Switzerland. Eswatini's new name emphasizes its deep-rooted traditions, monarchy, and pride in local culture. Though it's one of the smallest countries in Africa, it stands tall in preserving its identity and sovereignty. Number 9. Macedonia to North Macedonia, 2019. This change was the result of a decades-long diplomatic standoff with Greece. After gaining independence from Yugoslavia in 1991, the newly formed Republic of Macedonia immediately faced opposition from Greece, which has a northern region also called Macedonia. Greece argued that the name implied territorial claims and cultural appropriation of the legacy of Alexander the Great. For nearly 30 years, this dispute blocked the nation's entry into NATO and the European Union. Finally, in 2019, a historic compromise was reached. The country officially became North Macedonia. The deal opened doors to global alliances and proved that diplomacy and patience can reshape a nation's destiny. Number 10. Holland to the Netherlands, 2020. Unlike most on this list, this was a modern rebranding rather than a political revolution. For decades, people called the whole country Holland. But technically, Holland refers to only 2 of its 12 provinces. To create a unified national identity and avoid confusion, the government decided in 2020 to promote the Netherlands as the country's official global name. It was part of a marketing campaign to modernize the country's image for tourism, sports, and international business. So now, whether you're cheering for Dutch soccer or admiring the windmills of Amsterdam, you're celebrating the whole Netherlands, not just Holland. And there you have it, 10 countries that changed their names and why. Each of these transformations represents more than just a new label. It's a declaration of identity, independence, or evolution. Every name change tells a story of who these nations were and who they aspire to be. Which of these changes surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss more amazing videos right here on Top 10 Amazing Facts.